Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host, Jeff Marconette Jr., and international award-winning Make Every Second Count speaker. I'm very pumped up to say that. I don't know why, but I am. So I have done it again. I have brought you a guest that is going to completely change your perspective on life and make you stop taking things for granted. Now, I am extremely pumped up about this, but before we get started, I will tell you that my background is I was in a severe car accident. I spent 2.5 months in a coma and 3.5 in the hospital. I've been in physical therapy now for going on 20 years, and I am not stopping now because there's more that I want to accomplish, I want to do, and I want to show other people that they can do. Now, on this show, we want to have more of a conversation instead of making a presentation. So feel free to ask all the questions you have, and I will get them answered for you. And if we don't get them answered live for you, I will make sure they are answered after the show. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I ask you if you would please share this video out, invite all kinds of people to watch this video, because you are going to be shocked. So I would like to introduce Kim Gilliam Steele. Hello, Kim. Thank you so
Hi,
much
Jeff.
for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, if you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do, and more importantly, why you do what you do. I will let you go ahead and do that, and I am going to be pulling this up on my phone and inviting people, so don't think I'm not paying attention, because I definitely am. All right,
Okay.
take it away, Kim.
All right. My name is Kim Steele. I'm a quadruple amputee, and I had a less than 9% chance of making it. I am now a motivational speaker. I'm a published author. I'm a certified peer visitor with the Amputee Coalition and through my prosthetic company, the Hanger Clinic. I love helping other amputees navigate this life. I've been an amputee now for Friday will be 5 years that I became a quadruple amputee.
Wow, that is crazy.
And I'm also a sepsis survivor. I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that I am a sepsis survivor, and that is part of the reason I became a quadruple amputee.
Wow, that is crazy. So I thank you so much for being here tonight with us, and I just want to jump right into your story, because your story is going to shift everybody's vision of life and just open their eyes. So I want to get right into that. So if you would please tell them a little bit about how it started.
I have Crohn's disease, and I started taking a new medication that was prescribed to me by my gastro doctor. And 4 days into it, I had a toxic reaction to it and went into anaphylactic shock. I was rushed to the ER. When I got to the ER, within 30 minutes, I coded 3 times. They brought me back, and the third time that I coded, they immediately took me to the ICU unit where I was intubated, and then I was in a coma. By nightfall, my family was told to tell their goodbyes. They said that I wasn't going to make it. I was in multiple organ failure, and I had septic shock. My liver and kidneys had started shutting down. So to keep me alive, they used pressors to block the blood flow to my heart. And when they did that, I lost all the blood flow to my limbs, and they ended up turning black. I was in a coma for probably about 3 or 4 days. And then they removed the ventilator, and then I was breathing on my own and started talking, and I survived. God had other plans for me, and now I use my story to help others to know that no matter what you're faced with, that you can live a normal life if you choose to. I'm very passionate about raising sepsis awareness. A lot of people don't know about sepsis, and I know we had Maria on last week, and she talked a lot about sepsis. Her and I are very good friends, and we're both advocates for sepsis. We want to make people aware that it can start from a tiny cut on your hand. Once that infection gets into your bloodstream, it can go south so easily. The first 48 hours are critical in getting treated. Without that treatment, most people don't leave the hospital. They end up passing away, or they end up losing limbs. And some people have not had any adverse effects to it, but they live with the after effects of having sepsis, which is the post-sepsis syndrome that a lot of people don't know a lot about. And we're starting to raise a lot of awareness around that as well, because it's so important. There's a lot of sepsis survivors out there that don't know about it. You know, things start going on with their body and they don't know what it is. And it's the after effects of having sepsis.
So I have a question here. How many people get sepsis and don't realize that they have it?
There's every 3 seconds someone is dying of sepsis. It can start from a kidney stone. It can start from a urinary tract infection. Like I said, a simple cut on the hand. Mine was a toxic reaction to a medication, and the medicine that I was taking ended up attacking something else in my body that caused an infection, and then it led to other things. COVID, there's a lot of cases when there's organ failure with COVID-19 patients. It's sepsis related. Anytime someone starts going into organ failure and has been in the ICU or has been sick, most likely it's sepsis. And so many people really don't know what sepsis is, and it's an unknown killer, and it has become the #1 killer over cancer and anything else. So that's why it's so important that people learn what sepsis is. And if you're sick and you don't like what the doctor is saying and you're still not feeling well, have them do tests and check to see if it's sepsis, because most likely it could be from the flu, from strep. There's so many things. Childbirth, people that are pregnant with children can get sepsis. There's just so many things that can happen that can turn in and lead to septic shock. And it's like I said, every 3 seconds someone is dying of it. And I was one of the fortunate ones that survived.
We are so lucky that you survived, because you were able to educate others about sepsis and inform people about the symptoms, about the after effects of sepsis. And I really find it amazing what you are doing today. So I need to go ahead and say hi to a few people that are watching with us. So your girlfriend Maria Leah Meyer is watching. So hi Maria, thank you for watching, and I hope
Maria.
you enjoy this. And then we have Diana Ash.
Hi, Diana.
My dad, Jeff Marconette Sr. We have Nina Ray. We have Brittany. We have Sarah. We have Nicole. We have, let's see here. We have Ben Bruce and his 3 cousins are his cousins. I don't know how many of them there are, but they're from Nigeria, Africa. And then he also had a friend that was going to watch from Mexico. And then Jessica Dugas is here. And then Ben Bruce also had said that he was going to have a friend from Sierra Leone watching with us too. So we
Okay.
all you guys, we'd ask you if you please share this video out, introduce other people to this video because it's so important that you guys learn this stuff because it's never you can never not expect to get something because you're going to catch something, you're going to go through something. If it's sepsis, if it's a car wreck, if it's loss of a job or a fire at your house, you're going to go through something. So just figure out how you can get past these things. And that's why I like having this show. So it's all about you guys. Again, we want to have more of a conversation instead of making a presentation. So please ask all the questions you have. All right. So, like, all right, you said you're a quadruple amputee.
I am.
What does that mean?
I lost my hands at the wrist, and I lost both of my legs below the knee. I have prosthetic legs and I have hand prosthetics. I actually have them here with me, so I can show you what I use. I use to live my life. This is my myoelectric hand. Let me get it where you can see it. It's made by Be Bionic, and it's myoelectric. I would show you how it works, but I haven't charged it, so it's dead. But it has it has a different functions. I can use it to eat with. I can pick things up with it. It makes a fist. I can use it to work a mouse. It has several different grip patterns. I have two of those. I have one for my left and one for my right, and I also have the hook. The hook I use religiously. I use it to do my laundry, to get the clothes out of the washing machine. I use it to cook with, to use it to open cans with the can opener. It's very functional. I use it a lot, and they're both myoelectric, and they have electrodes inside of them. They have one that sits right on the top of this and then right on the bottom, and you use it, and it's like opening and closing your hand, and that muscle works that prosthetic arm to where it does what it needs to do as far as opening and closing. And I've learned to do so much without them. Before I had them, I spent a lot of time. My hands were taken June the 6th of 2016. They didn't take my legs immediately. They wanted to see if they could heal more of them to be able to save more of them, because the first doctor wanted to take me above the elbow and above the knee, and that would have made it very difficult for me to live my life. Not saying that I couldn't, it'd be a lot harder. But my family got a second opinion, and so they took my hands at the wrist, and then on November 15th, they took my legs below the knee. I went to rehab November the 28th, got fitted for my prosthetics before my legs were actually healed, and that's normally something that don't happen. But the type of prosthetics that I have, they're called the pin lock system, and what it does, it takes the weight away from the residual limb and puts it on your patella tendon. So I was able to be fitted for those. He came back and brought the test sockets. I took my first steps December 28th of 2016, a little over a month after my legs were amputated, and I didn't stop after that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what was the toughest thing for you? Was the toughest thing accepting the fact that you weren't going to have legs anymore, or was it tougher to think about how you were going to do certain things?
I didn't know what my life was going to be like once this happened. I didn't know how hard it was going to be. If I would be able to live my life, my life again as I did. Not only did I lose my limbs, I lost my husband as well. He couldn't handle it and he walked away, and that was hard. Um, but I worked hard. I live on my own. Not many quads live on their own without any assistance, but I'm able to do that. I can do things now just as I did before I lost my limbs. I live a wonderful life. I do things out of my comfort zone that I've never done before. I've been on a cruise, I've zip lined, I've snorkeled, and I've even skydived.
Great job.
Yeah.
So, it's funny. There's people out there that take those things for granted. That
Mhm.
they're always like, well, I'll do them one day. I'll do them like later in the future. But they don't expect anything like this. So what advice would you give someone that is dealing with something at the moment? How would you help them get through that? Do you have any tools, tips, or even tricks?
What I would say is keep a positive attitude. We all have bad days. Just don't stay there.
Yeah.
Work hard and do everything that you can to get your life back. Keep your faith. I've never lost my faith, and my faith is so much stronger. It's always been strong, but like I tell everybody now, I know when God's wanting me to do something. I know when He knocks me up beside the head to want me to do something. Um, I'm very. I found my purpose when I was at rehab, and that is helping others. And the reason I say that is because while I was doing my rehab, I saw other patients who were stroke victims not wanting to go to physical therapy, not wanting to eat. So I would give them a little bit, and then I went in and introduced myself, and I asked them, if they didn't like the food, what would they like to eat? Found out some things that they like to eat. I said, you can ask for that. They'll bring it to you. I said, and when you get ready to go to physical therapy, I said, I'll go with you. If I'm not doing physical therapy, I will go with you. And so I started doing that, and they started going. And I had 2 stroke victims that left before I did that came up and thanked me and said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be walking out of here today and being able to go home and enjoy and live my life again. And I knew then that that's what my purpose was after my accident, is to help others, to raise awareness, to help those that become amputees to think that they won't be able to live a productive life, because you can. It's all up to you and what you do to keep that positive mindset to work hard, do what they ask you to do, keep pushing yourself out of the limits, do things you've never done before. It's amazing to be able to do that and know that no matter what you've been faced with, I'm up. I did it on an Easter Sunday. I went to sunrise service, went and jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. My family had a fit when they found out about it. But, when you have come that close to death, you start doing things that you've never done before, because I'm lucky to get a second chance in this life, and I'm living it the best way that I can, because we never know when it's going to be taken again. And I want to live my life to the fullest and I'm sorry, my dogs are barking.
Dang dogs.
I knew they would. If the big one started, I knew the other ones would chime in. But,
Who let the dogs out?
yeah. But I mean, There's so much that I'm grateful for. The people that were in my care, the people who were in charge of my care, the friends that I've made along the way now that I've become an amputee. I've made so many new friends. Um, and even with sepsis survivors that didn't become amputees. It's just amazing. And I mean, I've made friends around the world. My book that I wrote has been to other countries that people have ordered. And it's just amazing the people that you connect with that just fulfills your life. And when you have those bad days, have those people you can lean on because that's what's going to get you through it.
Yeah, that is amazing. Now I have to say that people in the comments are really loving this. Diana Ash says, "My goodness, Kim, you were such an inspiration." And I think you're an inspiration to everyone, but I'm going to read you a few of these. And Maria says, "Glad to be working with her to help spread awareness and how we can live life after sepsis." And then we got Ben Bruce here just saying, "Wow, wow, wow." He can't believe it, what you've gone through and your attitude about life now. And then we have Diana Ash again saying, "You are such a warrior, my dear friend."
Thank you,
And
Diana. So are you.
again, she says, "God bless you, Kim. You're such a beautiful soul."
Thank you.
And yeah, I can't even go through all these because it's insane the amount of love that we're getting from the comments. And Maria says, "Am I the only one that lost sound for a bit?" So I hope the sound is working, and I hope it's not messed up. But so you're talking about a book now.
Yes.
How can people get this if they want this book?
It's not on Amazon, unfortunately, because I did a self-published book. I had someone help me, and it's on my website, www.livinglifewithnolimits.net.
If somebody can put that in the comments, I would appreciate it.
And that's where you can order my book.
All right. That's awesome. So they can get the book there. Do you have an audio book or anything? Or
I'm working on that now, getting everything moved over to Amazon and putting it in an audiobook. And when that's up, I will make a post about that, and I'll send you a post where you can send that out as well. Because I wish I would have done that to begin with, but I'm actually working on my second book now. Actually, two books that I'm working on. I'm actually working on a cookbook for amputees that's going to be part of a fundraiser that we're going to use to raise money for our nonprofit that Maria and I are working on. It'll also have pictures with the tools that I use for that recipe so that other amputees will get back in the kitchen and start cooking again because they're afraid to do it because they don't think they can do it, especially those that lose their hands thinking that they can't cook again.
that is awesome.
I also do YouTube videos with, like I posted two in a group yesterday. I haven't uploaded them to my YouTube channel yet of me drying my hair and me fixing my hair, but there's some like for women. I show them how to put my makeup on, how to do my hair, how to use my knife and my prosthetics cutting vegetables, cooking, different videos that I put out there to help other amputees know that they can, to help guide them and, reference the tools that I use. So it makes it easier for them to get access to those and be able to do the same thing that I do.
That is great. So is there anywhere else that people can find you? Where's the best place to get a hold of you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I'm on
Yeah,
TikTok.
I'm on TikTok too.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
found
can
you.
follow me on
Yeah, I
TikTok.
followed you. Yes, I did. I followed you on TikTok. I
Yeah,
did.
you
Yeah,
guys can follow me on TikTok too. It's
yeah,
at Jeff Marconette Jr. No spaces, and you can see it there on the bottom of the screen. So yeah, follow us on TikTok.
yeah. I have fun with. I said I'd never get on TikTok, but I got on there and I got hooked, and now I can't get off of it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
It
But
is. It really is.
I have a friend that has prosthetic hands
Uh huh.
that she was born with, like, she calls them nubs, and it's pretty cool because her hands they look a lot like yours. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're amazing. Technology has come so far. My dog is having fits, and I am so sorry. My big
No,
dog.
it's all right.
Um, I rescued. He showed up at my house a year ago, and nobody ever claimed him, and I kept him. And he's the sweetest boy. But if he sees something, he goes to barking, and I knew not to leave the door open. I should have shut it to where he couldn't go back outside. But that's where he's at, outside barking. But
So,
my dogs keep me company. They're my life. So I've got a 14-year-old Jack Russell. Um, he's been with me through everything. Everything that I've ever been through, he's been there for me. And I've got a little Chewini. She's 3.
Queen.
She's actually laying right here beside me. And then I've got Stormy. I've trained him to. He's so smart. I've trained him to be my service dog. Not that I need one, but I taught him the commands in case I was to ever need him. So he's very smart, and they keep me, really a lot of company with me because I'm like 45 minutes away from my family. So, but it doesn't
Um,
take long to get there.
we do have one comment that says, Kim, would you please share your YouTube channel with us? Do you know the address?
Um, if you just do a search on Kim Gilliam Steele, it's going to populate everything. I know that's what it's under on YouTube. It's under Kim Gilliam Steele, Gilliam Steele, Steele. And you should be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
All right, cool. And
And
maybe
if they
if
can't find
may,
it, I can share the link.
maybe if Maria is nice enough, she'll put it in the comments for us. And if she's feeling extremely nice, she could share your website as well.
Okay, that sounds good. She said she would help me out, so.
All right. Thank you. Good job, Maria. Good job. I'll give you a clap for that one. So I know that writing books is a big deal, and I am actually going to be working on an ebook here myself. Now, I already have this journal. Now, it's originally intended for students 11 through 19 years of age, but I have learned that it will work for anyone. It will
Okay.
help you gain more perspective in life, live life with more gratitude, helping you to find joy in your life and give you some long term goals in life. So check that out. You can get that on my website, and I will put that up on the screen here. I will have it scrolling across the bottom, and I'll put it up top. So it's jeffmarconetjr.com. And if you want to look for the journal, go to /journal. And I will actually be nice, and I will give you the first 7 days for free. All you have to do is enter a little bit of information, and you can get the journal first 7 days of that journal for free. And that is over gratitude. And I promise you, you will love it. All right.
That's
So,
wonderful.
Kim, well, first of all, let me say hi to Grandpa Greg Dillon and hi to Mr. Turner, and then hi to Nicole, hi to Brittany Funches, and I'm not gonna try to read all those. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay in under the video. I would love to see who's watching it afterward. But I thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with me and my viewers and offer some advice that everyone can use. So we thank you guys, the audience, so much. And I want to tell everybody, including you, Kim, that you need to make every second. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Now, we will see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.